And where are we on this case?
I reached out, the attorney that was here before took my email, never reached out to me. I reached out to Park Ridge. I got an email a day before I had to come here stating that, talk to the attorney, you owe the money. That was it. No mediation, no nothing. And I brought the emails too, so just in case. So I hadn't heard any contact. I paid May 1528, April 1320. So I'm actively showing that I'm ready to catch up with it, but they won't budge on late fee or anything.
I got it.
My hot water heater is out. Been out for 3 days. No fixing, no call, no nothing.
You're starting to make this sound like a country song. Hold on.
It is. And
just hold on.
And by the way, I have not had a mailbox key since I moved in. So they want all this money from me, but don't want to help me. Crazy.
And all I asked is, where were we?
And I told you, that's where.
Yeah, I know. You did. You answered my question.
That's where we're at.
All right. So let's start at the beginning.
Okay.
How much do you show her owing?
I have a current balance, including court costs, of $3,676. I do see that.
$376.
I got $36.50 is what they gave me through email.
Your Honor, the court costs that were added don't include, are less than, well, the court costs that were put on the ledger are less than the actual amount of court costs. If that makes sense. So there was $196 put on the ledger, but the court costs are actually $222.
Okay.
So I'll be asking my client.
So she owes 33. She paid that. Now, my understanding, outside of the other matters that she's brought up, is that there was going to be some contact with her regarding resolving the rest of it, because she was making substantial payments.
And I do show a payment of $500 from the day of the hearing, as well as the 1028 that was to be paid on
the 10th.
It's my understanding that there was another 1028 to be paid today. I don't know.
No, it wasn't today. It was the 24th.
Right, because she had to go.
That's bi-weekly.
Their week,
Yeah.
Okay. The notes say the 17th, but I understand.
No, I set today so that we could make sure that those payments got in. And then, so that's how we ended up today.
And just for the record, as far as contact goes, Ms. Gazzari has been out of the office this week. So
gotcha. Okay. Because when Ms. Hobbs, when you said that, it does not, that is not Ms. Gazzari. Okay? She usually gets back to people, which sort of surprised me a bit. Okay, so how much is your monthly rent?
$1,028.
That's right. So if she pays another $1,028 on the 24th, then will be at least, her next check won't be until the 7th. And so, but we'll be right at where we are now, monetarily.
Absolutely.
And what you're looking at is not only in terms of repairs, but you're also looking at trying to get them to work something out.
With the late fee, at least. Because if I keep paying them $1,028 every 2 weeks, I'm still going to be behind because the late fee keeps building. And then on top of that, I'll never catch up. And then I don't have adequate monetary money for electric bill and other things like that. So I'm like, I can do it, but I'm gonna be sitting in the dark on top of that. And then I'm still owing late fees and still living in a house with no hot water. No mailbox key since I moved in.
I know. We got. I remember the mailbox key. You want me to write that down?
Yes.
Already.
Write it down.
Mailbox key.
I just now, after hounding email, I just now got my receipt.
Hobbs, you're killing me.
You know,
just hold on. Just hold on a minute. I'm trying to figure out how we get this out to a certain point where somebody can respond to you
Okay,
because you had a plan in mind of trying to get it paid off. I get it.
I did.
But they can't do anything without approval of their client. If the attorney was out, then that didn't happen because it didn't get back to you.
Okay,
Okay? All right. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to set this out. Your next payment is the 24th, right?
right.
So I'm going to set this out 2 weeks to the 31st.
Okay.
May 31st, 2024 at what time?
Okay.
2 p.m.
Whew.
Okay?
Okay.
We're still good, right?
It's just, I just made them a 1528 payment in May. I still have
Pardon?
I just made that payment in May, that money that I paid on.
Yeah,
the
no,
3rd
I
and
got
then
you.
on the 10th.
Pardon?
I still have other bills to pay as we speak of this month. So they want me to make another $1,028 payment in May.
Well, here's what I'm trying to do. What I'm trying to do is if you make the 1,028 in May,
Okay.
that stretches the time I can try to work with this case.
I see.
Because then I can say at least as we go into June, the number doesn't go up.
Gotcha.
You follow me?
I follow you now.
That's
Okay.
so I need
All right.
you to make the 1,028
It'll be May.
on the 24th.
Okay.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I'll adjourn this out to the 31st. Can we check on our hot water heater
Yes, I'm going to be reaching out, Your Honor.
and also the mailbox key?
Yes. Please.
I'm almost afraid to ask, but is there anything else? Stop.
No, I'm alive and I'm about to go back to work because I'm on my lunch break. So good.
Then it's a beautiful day.
It is beautiful.
Okay.
Friday.
And it's
Yes, that's the most beautiful part. All right.
I have one more question. How do I get?
See,
I have
I
to.
knew it.
I'm
I
sorry.
knew it. She was almost
I
out the
know, I
door,
was
and then
almost
I
out
got
the door.
another question.
My brain like that. Do I go to the front of the court where the offices are to try to get a letter stating on what my court date is? Because I just put it in my phone, but I need something for my job. Because if it's after 12, I have to give them reason to.
Hold on. What do you need?
A letter saying that I have court. Which I asked the office for, they don't have them.
I hear you.
You know you like me, just,
What?
you know, we're vibing here, Judge Simpson.
Is that what that is?
It's absolutely.
Okay. I didn't know what that was. But
Absolutely.
okay. All right. Here's what I'll do.
Alrighty.
Where'd Ann go? No, we're gonna do something different. You need something that says that you gotta be here on the 31st.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And that I was here today.
Okay. Have a seat.
Awesome.
And I am going to do this for you. I will have my staff prepare a letter for you.
Okay.
All right.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I
You
appreciate
didn't want my signature on it.
it. If you want,
No.
even better.
Nope, not doing that. But- I knew she'd take it. Hamilton Crossing versus Felix.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Hello, what's your name?
Tia Daniel.
Are you gonna yell at me like Hobbs?
No, I'm
Okay.
definitely not at all.
I'm just checking, I'm checking with everybody, because I can only take but so much in.
In the grass.
Oh, okay, you guys are like, okay, you're, okay, good. All right. Okay, where are we on this? Okay, where are we on this?
Yeah, at the first hearing, Mr. Anderson had stated that he was planning to pay, about $915,
Yes.
by noon today.
Did you get that paid?
No, I have not. As of today,
You
I
did
can only
not?
make a 300 payment.
Pardon?
As of today, I can only make a 300 payment.
Where's the rest of it?
I wasn't able to make it in time.
Pardon?
I wasn't able to make it in time.
How much is owing?
I have a total of $1,831.
Hold on a second. Bye. Bye. Pleasure. Have a good weekend. Now that she's gone, we're gonna blame her for everything. All right.
Nothing's changing.
Nothing's changed.
Your Honor, I have a balance including court costs of $1,831.54.
I'm gonna find that there's no tribal issue. I'm gonna grant a judgment for possession to the plaintiff for that total amount inclusive of court costs that needs to be paid by the 20 writ to issue in 10 days.
Money and possession.
And a money judgment will enter in the same amount. What's the claim in this case?
So it's not her fault.
It's not Ms. Hobbs' fault. Okay, all right.
So my landlord is definitely within its rights to want this payment paid. As of now, I have heard back from Autumn at SOS, my caseworker at DHC, and Friends in Need, that they will consider funding towards this amount if I have proof of employment. And the good news is that I have one more interview to get this job. So if we could please adjourn until this interview is done and I get my offer, I will then be able to provide them with that proof of employment and they can make the payment for me.
I see. Okay. So you've got, what you're telling me in short form is that you have funding lined up that will pay this balance, this back balance?
Yes, as long as I will provide
Proof of employment.
exactly. And I'm in the process of interviewing with a company in Europe. And
A company in Europe?
yes, I know. I'm from Europe. The problem is that, there are 6 interviews. I'm on the 4th interview.
There are 6?
6. And I have proof. I have a paper for you to look at to prove that I'm not lying. It does take a little bit of time for them to schedule the interviews and then conduct them. But I'm doing great. There are 150 candidates. I'm one of the last 2 to go through this process. And if they don't hire me, they're a loss. And I'll figure something out towards Haven of Another.
I see. Okay. I like the attitude though.
You encouraged it. The first time I was here, I was trembling with exhaustion and angst, but you have been so kind and genuine that I feel that
I was kind.
Yes, you were.
Don't tell anybody.
Okay,
I want everybody to think I'm mean.
okay, I can do that for you. If that's what you wish, I can do that.
Thank you, ma'am, for those kind words. I do appreciate it. So when is this the next interview?
Sometime next week, Thursday or Friday. I'm waiting confirmation from them.
Okay. Let me ask you this. Let's say, and everybody in here is going to hope that it's all going to work out for you. You're going to get this, but let's say it doesn't. What were you planning on doing?
The comic relief version would be to sell a kidney, but I'm gonna keep them both. The other one would be to sell my car.
Okay.
But that would be problematic because most jobs are hybrid and I need a car. But
Yeah, I know.
it's
Okay.
over my head so I will sell the car.
All right.
But please, let's stay optimistic.
No, I am. I'm just trying to. Okay, so here's what the issue is, and the reason why I asked that is because you're at about a $4,100 balance somewhere around there. And I don't mind cajoling plaintiff to let this interview happen. I mean, you've got a plan,
I do.
right? The problem is that in 14 days, or 15 days, I'm going to click in another month. And so if the interview were going to be sometime before Friday of next week, then I don't have a problem going out a week. I mean, just to make sure that, or to see where something's going. But I have a problem going to the 31st because then I'm at the end of the month. And there's not a method by which, by that 31st date, a payment can be made just to even keep this at the level it's at. Makes sense?
Could you please, I do not mind seeing you again next week. I should have some news by then and can let you know what happened.
Next week?
Yes, if
Okay,
you think that that's possible, and then we can take it from there.
okay. I'm willing to do that for you.
Thank you so much.
And I don't know if it's over plaintiff's objection, but I'm going to do it anyway. So I'm going to adjourn this to May 24, 2024 at 1 p.m. Okay, we'll see you then. And we'll keep our fingers crossed for you. All right, take care. And I don't care what you say, it was still Hobbs' fault. Court calls the case, Glencoe Hills. Okay, there you are. How are you?
Pretty good. How are you, sir?
I'm okay. All right. Where are we on this?
I wanted to speak with counsel just to see if we could come to an agreement or make a deal. I've been able to make a considerable amount of payment on the balance so far. It's down to
Hold on a second. Hold on a second, Mr. Pick. What's his current?
Current balance, Your Honor, is $374.36.
374?
Yes, and 36 cents.
Okay, so hold on. Because you were at 2,000 something the last time I was here. So, Marcus, when are you going to be able to get the rest of this in?
But by the 27th of May.
You can get it by that time?
Yeah. And
okay. All right. Hold on. What? Go ahead. What were we going to say?
I was going to say I've also been able to pay further on it since then. It's down to 134. But yeah, by the 27th of May, I'll be able to completely pay the rest of the balance and get caught up.
Marcus, I somehow knew you would come through. I didn't know how it was going to happen, but I said somehow
Great
or another it's
questions,
going to happen.
great support.
I may not want to know where you got the money, but that's all right. He said at 1 o'clock on the 31st. 2. All right. So what? You got that big old smile on your face. Marcus, what I'm going to do is, since you got most of this paid down, I'm going to adjourn it to the last day of the month, the 31st at 2 p.m.
Okay.
Hopefully at that point, they'll be able to dismiss it because you're going to have paid it by the 27th, 28th.
Yeah.
That work?
That works.
Okay. You take care. You have a good weekend, my friend.
You too. Y'all be blessed.